today of the ripple effect from the Trump administration's mandate to stop DEI efforts. According to a memo obtained by NBC News, the Defense Intelligence Agency has ordered a pause of all activities and events that celebrate things like Martin Luther King Jr. Day and Black History Month, Pride, Women's Equality Day, Holocaust Remembrance, and more. And we've heard similar reports from other agencies. In fact, our own Kelly O'Donnell just asked Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt about this.
Our colleagues have obtained a memo from the Defense Intelligence Agency that talks about not holding any activities or programming related to Black History Month to be in line with the President's views on diversity, equity, and inclusion. Does the President plan to have a proclamation about Black History Month? In his first term, each of the 4 years of his term, he did so and called on those in government to have programming activities and celebrations. Is he going to do that this year?
Yeah, the President looks forward to signing a proclamation celebrating Black History Month. I actually spoke with our great staff secretary. It's in the works of being approved, and it's going to be ready for the President's signature to signify the beginning of that tomorrow.
If an agency is calling off those kinds of activities in an attempt to be in alignment with the President's views on DEI and other things, should they adjust that now and have those programs and make those celebrations however they see fit in the office?
The President is leading here at the White House, and I'll leave it to the proclamation that he will sign very soon. Mary, great to see you.
The President today also posted on Truth Social, suggesting DEI programs are, quote, one reason why our country was going to hell. NBC's Ken Delanian is following this for us. Ken, what more can you tell us about that memo?
Hey, good afternoon, Chris. NBC News has obtained a memo from the Defense Intelligence Agency to its workforce saying that in keeping with the Trump administration's ban on DEI activities, it is halting observance of any number of special emphasis holidays and other kinds of events, including Martin Luther King Day, Black History Month, Juneteenth, Women's Empowerment Day, and many other special days designed to highlight the contributions of minority groups. Now, obviously, MLK Day is a federal holiday, and that still stands. But what the agency is saying is that they will no longer observe these events and do anything special within the workforce. And they are also disbanding so-called affinity groups. And, Chris, we believe this is happening across the government. I'm here at DOJ, and I know that the affinity groups here devoted to women in the Justice Department and African Americans or Hispanics, they've all been disbanded and are not allowed to use government resources to meet or observe anything here. And so, again, this is pursuant to the Trump administration's directive to the entire government to do away with anything smacking of diversity initiatives. Obviously, this is a really controversial move. I'm getting a lot of private messages from people inside the Justice Department and other places who are very concerned about this. But the Trump administration moving forward.
Staying on the topic of DEI, yesterday the Pentagon Intelligence Agency spoke specifically about possibly not observing MLK Day, Black History Month, Juneteenth. How could that happen as we're going into Black History Month? What is the reality of that happening?
Well, I just think that's unfortunate. I think as a country, we have to learn how to get along with each other. I mean, I just think that, most people look at DEI as a two parallel lines instead of looking at it as a circle. Two parallel lines where you got somebody who's unqualified at the bottom of that line and you elevate them to the top line just because of their race, their sex, or whatever. That's not DEI. I mean, you should look at it as a circle where every person in that circle are equally qualified to do the job. The only problem is there's one person in the circle who never gets a chance to compete, and it's simply because of the hue of his skin. And that's why we need DEI in this country, because people should not be discriminated against because of the color of their skin. And I just think there's too much talk about, what's wrong with DEI, and we don't talk about, how that is a moment to bring people together, not discriminate against people, treat people equally. And I just think that's a positive in our country and not a negative.
Welcome to the shit show. Every single day, a new flavor of fuckery, 'cause
Word on the street is that Black History Month has been canceled on the federal level. I'm not sure how true it is at this point because there has been no announcement or executive order by the Trump administration, but I'm inclined to believe that it is true. As per Mark Zaid, a DC attorney who's known for handling a variety of cases, which include national security, whistleblowing, security clearances, government investigations, and freedom of speech claims, tweeted the following. CIA employees were told that all resources and affinity groups were canceled. And he goes on to mention that there will be no Black History Month. There's also been a ban placed on lanyards that have anything to do with affinity groups. Additionally, the Women's Council had to take down the website and cancel all events, including Women's History Month. Can you believe the way my jaw did not drop when I heard this? It's not a surprise. More to come.
Hello, fam. So I know you all heard that Donald Trump just erased Black History Month along with other things. However, my question to you as a people, Black people, how does that make you feel? Especially for those of you that went out and voted for him. He is literally erasing the history that our ancestors worked so hard for us to have the freedoms that we have in this United States of America. And yet, this is who you chose?
Well, my sisters and brothers, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I have some. It looks like there will not be Black History Month this year because Trump said so. And, so what that means, sadly, is you probably won't hear those same 3 MLK quotes that they use over and over again to make us passive, about putting love over hate and content of character, all those things, the ones they really like and they use to death. You're not going to see them as much. You're probably not going to see them. I'm sorry to tell you. There probably will not be the same offensive product drops. Like suddenly you're not going to see like kente cloth designs on your favorite lotion and things like that. So that's not going to happen. I hate to say this one, but you probably aren't going to have white people saying, well, why is there no White History Month? Right? Like they say, and I know how much we love that, as if every month is not White History Month. But I mean, that's not the point. That's not the point. No meals that are offensive where they, suddenly they have chicken and waffles in the workroom. Yeah, I'm sorry. You probably aren't going to get that email, that email blast that the companies send out wishing us all a happy Black History Month. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen. And this one too, Black employees, the ones who do all the work to organize the Black History Month stuff, and they have to do it for free. They have to work to be acknowledged, and they do it for free. Yeah, you might not be asked. You might not be asked to do that work for free this year. So I know many of us are devastated, and we are really going to miss those things. I mean, what we could do, it probably won't be as good, is just do what the fuck we do anyway. And celebrate ourselves like we do anyway, or we could. There is that possibility.
To all Black people, I want y'all to see this. Trump just announced that the White House will be celebrating Black History Month because y'all were trying to say that Trump had got rid of Black History Month and he was going to shut down Black History Month. Well, the White House just came out and said, we are celebrating Black History Month. I need y'all to look at this things. Because, and it doesn't matter, though, because Black people still not going to like it. It don't matter what Trump does. Most 80% of Black people are going to continue to stay on the Democratic plantation. They're going to continue to vote Democrat, no matter if the Democrats sacrifice their children, if the Democrats destroy their neighborhoods. They don't care what the Democrats do. The Democrats are God. They can do whatever they want to do. But he is celebrating Black History Month, so stop believing the lies you're hearing on the media.
I'm totally confused on this topic. So is it banned or is it not banned? Because the news saying it's banned, but then the website is saying something totally different. So I don't know if this is propaganda from the from the media, or the White House is just trying to calm people's nerves because they don't want a damn riot. I'm totally confused.
Discovered that Trump was banning Black History Month and Women's History Month and all these other DEI programs and things of that variety. Now, this is what messed me up. I was confused when I first read the article. I read the article and I thought to myself, this can't be true. I'm going to show you the article real fast. So this is the article: federal agencies bar Black History Month and other special observances. A number of federal agencies have banned celebrations related to MLK Jr. Day, mark Women's History Month, and other observances to comply with Trump's executive orders. This is so they don't spend taxpayer money on specific incentives that are for specific minority groups, as for the merit-based programming, as opposed to the DEI hires to make sure everybody in America has equal opportunity. That's what I keep hearing, right? The reason that Black History Month exists and Women's History Month exists because women, historically in history, have not had equal rights when opposed to men. Black people in American history have not had equal rights when opposed to pretty much everyone else. And he is trying to reshape and refoundalize everything that is happening within the entire country. And by all means, I'm seeing this happen in droves, and a lot of people are saying, finally, they're not using my taxpayer money for worthless holidays and things like that. This is very important. I'm not really sure if they were really using your taxpayers' monies on these holidays. Realistically, this feels like a made-up issue. I'm not really sure. It feels like theatrics. Because, by all means, I don't think Black History Month was genuinely... I didn't get any bonuses during Black History Month. Like, it's the shortest month of the year. Didn't really enjoy that. Now, I've always said that we should just get rid of Black History Month and, genuinely speaking, make it Black History Year, make Black History part of American history. However, the way this is going to be done about is making it feel like we're getting punished. It makes it feel like a punishment more than something that genuinely is good for everything. It makes it feel like a punishment. Same with Women's History Month, things like that. They're trying to bring it all as one American people to make it merit-based. That's all he's trying to do. And this feels a little psychotic. To me, it feels a little bit much. It feels like a lot of ham-fisted, hard iron tactics used to be divisive, because a lot of people are really being really mean and evil towards it, because the idea is very nice, I think. To make everybody as one American people, to stop doing things based on the color of our skin and more based on the content of our character. I think that's a very good, wholesome idea. However, you fail to realize the aspect of people. People don't think like that. People in no aspect think like that. It would be lovely if everybody thought like that, but there's still companies hiring people that are Caucasian only. There's some people hiring people that are only Black only. I know a few places that do that. I know a corner store that only hires Arabic people. That's just what's happening. So you can make all these federal limitations and stuff like that, but Trump, you really didn't do anything productive besides garner more hate, and that feels strange to me.
Diagnosed bipolar on paperwork.
The fuck?
It's been that way since before I came to Atlanta, so 2020.
Today, President Donald Trump recognized February 2025 as National Black History Month. He mentioned how Black Americans have had a hand in shaping this nation's history. He mentioned people like Frederick Douglass, Harriet Tubman, Thomas Sowell, and Justice Clarence Thomas. He also mentioned how we are going into a golden age under his administration, and expressed gratitude to the Black Americans who have helped shape America's history, and is expressing gratitude also to the Black Americans in the future who will help shape this nation's history under his administration. One thing I thought to point out is the fact that he never mentioned African American. He only said Black American, recognizing that all Americans are one, right? We just have different skin colors. I also want to say thank you, because I know that under his administration, it will be amazing, not just for the Black Americans, but also for all Americans. All Americans are going to be prosperous, not just the Black community, but all communities. And I hope that, under his administration, we are able, as all Americans, to accomplish so much.
Okay, specifically to my people of color and to the community that cares about my Black brothers and sisters, I need y'all to pay attention, because I told you before, the DEI policy setback and how they're taking all of that away was a guise. It was a blanket. Part 2 was them allowing police officers to no longer need reform and no longer be investigated for the mistreatment of certain individuals like ourselves. I know some people like to negate that our number one enemy is really the police when it comes to people of color, black people, but we all know that they were out here basically right in between the face like they did the woman over the fucking pot of hot water. Nevertheless, they want us to act a monkey fucking fool. They're about to try to take away Black History Month. They want to introduce Don Julio in a Popeyes collaboration, and that shit is straight up out of their clone Tyrone. They're about to take away Black History Month, and it's going to be under the guise of doing it for the better of the world, because no one should have that, right? Like they always say. I'm telling you right now, they're going to try to keep us sedated, medicated, quiet, and unaware. If y'all take y'all ass to Popeyes for a Don Julio collaboration like y'all did that sandwich, you're going to be on my fucking block list. It's time for us to let Target go. DEI policies gone. We no longer fuck around and find out. They're going to find out for fucking around. Got it? Now, we're not going to act surprised when Donald Trump gets on here and writes out Black History Month, because we have a whistleblower who is Mark Zaid, the D.C. attorney known for handling cases regarding national security, security clearances, government whistleblowing, freedom of speech claims, responded to President Donald Trump's order not merely to cut all DEI incentives in the federal government, but also demanding that all federal employees expose any colleagues who have anything to do with the DEI type programs. This is the man who is coming forward saying he is going to axe Black History Month, and he don't want us to be surprised. He is stating that CIA employees were told all resources and affinity groups are canceled, which is, what we celebrate. Saying that no Black History Month or MLK celebration or any other ethnic recognition months. They want to fuck with us? Hold them dollars until we can go to only Black-owned communities, Black-owned compounds, Black-owned campuses. We're not fucking around. They take away Black History Month, they're going to want us to act the ass, and we need to be coming together now. Please share this. Let our sisters and brothers know that we're not going to fuck around and find out. They're going to find out for fucking around.
You guys, I'm still confused, but if people think that Black history is getting banned, then I think it's getting banned. If people think that it's not, it's not. I'm neutral on the thing because honestly, I really never really celebrated Black History Month. It was never really a thing for me. I just thought it was another month. And, if people were throwing stuff, I would go or not go. So I really don't have no idea. But hell, if it's still going to be Black History Month, no matter what, and I still think people are going to celebrate whether they celebrate it or not. People celebrate other things, and it's written into law that it's no longer that, and people still celebrate it. My whole thing is that I'm going to just sit back and wait and see and have the whole month play out, or at least half the month play out, and see what's coming down the pipeline for this month of what they call Black History Month. We'll see. We'll see. Tell me in the comments below what you guys think. Have a great day, YouTube.
Yeah.